requested to do a Tokoyami X reader. So here it is. Classes ended at UA High. You in Class 1A just finished combat training and were walking back to the classroom. Listener, you're amazing. You really know how to control your quirk. You have really fast reflexes. You have good posture. Everyone in Class 1A was surrounding you, telling you how amazing and perfect you are in combat training. It's not like I'm perfect at it. I just do self-training in my free time. I smiled. I looked towards Tokoyami. He was sitting on his desk talking with Shoji and Jiro. But he seems a bit off, like something's on his mind. I smiled and waved at him when I continued talking with Kirishima and Kaminari. Tokoyami's POV. I'm exhausted from the training we had today. Kirishima and Kaminari are getting a little too close to my listener. She looks towards where I am and waves and smiles. She's a sweet person, and I'm glad her and I are a couple. Hey Tokoyami, how are things doing with you and listener? Jiro asked, smirking. We're doing quite fine, I answered. I look towards listener, sits, and I see Kaminari getting too close to her before to listener. I growl, and Jiro and Shoji must have noticed this and turned to the direction where I was looking. Jiro and Shoji chuckled a bit. What's so funny? I asked, getting even more upset. You are getting jealous, Tokoyami. Jiro continues to laugh. The Tokoyami jealous? Shoji laughs along. I growl. I'm not jealous. Am I? Is this jealousy I'm feeling? I've never been mad about someone getting close to a specific person. I'm not jealous. Kaminari is obviously making listener feel comfortable. He's hogging her personal space. I started. Shoji and Jiro continues to laugh. I sigh and try to calm myself. Time skip. School has ended finally. It was time to go home. I decided to wait for listener so I could walk her home. I realized she's been taking a while, so I go and look for her. I saw Midori and Araka. Hey Tokoyami, you seem in a rush. Yeah, are you okay? They asked me. I'm just looking for a listener. I'm walking her home today. Have you seen her? That's adorable. Araka squeals. I scratch the side of my head, feeling a bit embarrassed. Yes, we passed her. She's talking with Kaminari. What? I calm myself. Thank you now. I'll be on my way. I walked away, and I found them both in the lockers. Listener's POV. Kaminari and I are having a conversation when he asked me, Hey listener, so I was thinking, why don't we hang out today? We can go and grab a bite somewhere. I'd be the one paying, and I could walk you home afterwards. Well, that sounds really nice, but she's not interested. I turned and see it was Tokoyami. Tokoyami, I smiled and hugged him. I looked up to see he was angry and glaring at Kaminari. Was he jealous? Oh, hi Tokoyami. I just wanted to thank listener for helping me study to pass my test, and I thought I could repay her. I looked at Tokoyami. He seemed even more furious. I could tell by his eyes. I cupped his cheeks to calm him down, and I looked towards Tokoyami. Thank you for treating me, but I'm gonna have to pass. I have things to do at home, and Tokoyami walks me home every day, so I'm sorry, but no thank you. I smiled. Oh, okay, that's fine. Well, I'll see you two lovely birds later. Kaminari walks away. It was dead silent, and I just giggled and laughed. What's so funny? He asked, sounding more mad. I laughed harder. Tokoyami, you're so cute. I smiled at him. I was laughing because you're so jealous. I giggled a bit. I wasn't jealous. Admit it, Tokoyami, you were. He looks away, not facing me anymore. Let's get you home now so you can do whatever you plan on doing, he says, walking ahead of me. I don't have anything to do. I just said that so we could leave. I smiled and held his hand. Why don't we spend time together? Let's do something. Tokoyami cupped my face and leaned the top of his beak on my lips. I would love that very much, my love. That's the end of Tokoyami X Reader, or Jealous Tokoyami X Reader. I'm going to do another one because that one was very short. Yeah, no, okay. Warning, suicide stuff happens in blood. If you don't like this kind of stuff, you can always end it now. But I just want to warn you so you guys, know if you're not comfortable with this stuff, you don't have to, go through it. You can always just leave my video now or whenever you really wanted. But let's just get on to it. Tokoyami X Suicidal Reader. They say we have a purpose on why we are brought into this world. There are those who have happy lives, but others that are unhappy lives. People who stuffed a mental illness see the world differently. Not a happy or unhappy world. People with mental illnesses hide their real emotions, their real selves, like me. Everyone knows me as the sweetest, happiest girl in the world, but they don't know the reason why I smile is hide my tears. Beep, beep, beep. I turned off my alarm clock. It's a Monday morning, which means there is school today. I really don't want to go, at all. I don't want to have to go through the day pretending to be happy, but if I do miss school, people would probably get suspicious or worried about me. Why would they be worried? They wouldn't care if I were gone? There we go again, with the voices in my head. I sat up and got myself ready. I put on my uniform, fixed my hair, and put on light makeup. What's the point of fixing yourself? You're ugly. You're not pretty. You're fat. Look at yourself, a pig. That's what you are. Every day they tell me the same things. And every time I believe them because it's true. I'm not pretty. I'm not pretty. I'm ugly. And nobody really cares about me. I wipe my tears so my makeup doesn't get ruined. I grab my bag and head to the train station. I was holding onto the rail, just daydreaming, but I couldn't help but feel like someone is staring at me. They're looking at you because they see you weak, worthless, not good enough. Maybe they do that. Maybe they do think that. My quirk isn't good enough. I'm not strong enough to be a hero people expect me to be. Good morning, listener. I realize that that soothing voice. I look up and and put on my biggest smile. Good morning, Tokoyami. He stands next to me and we do little small talks. Are you okay? You seemed really sad when I saw you standing by yourself. He asked with a concern in his voice. Yeah, I'm fine. I'm just tired. I slept late last night because I was reading a good book. Thank you. You don't have to worry about me. I smiled. He nodded and waited for our next stop. I feel bad for lying to him. I really wasn't reading. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love reading books, but last night I was hurting myself. My arms still burn from the cuts. I wanted to cry, but I held in my tears. He will never love you. Why would he return his feelings? You're worthless, weak, nothing. You're a nobody. Look at yourself. You're a complete mess. He will never love you back, ever. Hey, listener, Tokoyami schools me a little. This is our stop. He looks at me with concern in his eyes. Sorry, I was daydreaming, and I still feel a bit sleepy. I laughed it off. We haven't said anything to each other ever since we got off from the station. We were close to the entrance of UA until Tokoyami gets my hand and holds it. Listener, are you sure you're alright? You know I'm here for you. If you want someone to talk to, I'm here. He hugs me. My heart skips a beat. I want to tell him right now, right here, right now, but I can't. I can't tell him. If I do, he would never talk to me again and probably tell the others, and they would never talk to me again either. So I hugged him back. Thank you, Tokoyami. You're a good friend, but I promise you I'm okay. I smiled. I'm instantly screaming, hoping someone could hear me and save me from the pit of darkness I'm in. But it's no use. Nobody can hear my cries. Tokoyami's POV. I can tell something is on the listener's mind, but I can't get the pressure out of her. I just hope everything is alright. Maybe it's just me worrying, probably. After we hugged, I didn't want to let go. I just want to kiss her and make her happy. Wait, no, listener's my friend. She will never love me, but that's okay. Being friends with her will be enough. School is over and I'm finally home and asleep. So I won't have to hear these voices anymore. They kept getting louder and louder. I hope Tokoyami doesn't figure out or even think of something is wrong with me. I just can't take it anymore. I don't want to live anymore. I just can't. If I end it all, I'll get rid of the voices in my head. I'll be happy and everyone will be happy. I'll be gone and they will forget me. I laugh hysterically. I grab my razor and cut my wrists and ankles. My cutting has gotten worse. I wake up unexpectedly. It was 3 a.m. I had a nightmare and the same voices were in my nightmare. Now, I can't get away from them anymore. There is only one thing to do now. I have to end it all. I left a note on my nightstand in case anyone wonders where I am. It's all on that note. I put on my jacket and over my nightgown and put on my slippers and I walked out and I opened the door. I took one last look in my room and closed the door. Meanwhile, Tokoyami's POV. I can help but think of Listener. It is 3 a.m. I can't sleep. Every time I close my eyes, I see Listener smiling. That gorgeous smile she has on makes my heart skip a beat. But today, her smile seemed different. Was it always like that before? I'll check on her. I'm getting worried. I am now in front of Listener's door. I take a breath and knock on her door. Listener, it's me. I apologize for being here so late. I just wanted to see you. It's quite a little too quiet. Listener is a light sleeper. She could have opened the door by now. Listener, I turn the doorknob. It is unlocked. I panic and open the door. I called out for her, no answer. I knock on her room door. Listener, I'm coming in. I open the door. She's not in her bed. I feel my heart stop. Where is she? I looked everywhere. She's nowhere in sight. I looked at the kitchen counter. It was a letter from Listener. To whoever reads this letter, if anyone is wondering where I have gone, let's just say you all don't need to worry about me. I've gone to the other side now. I am with death at this moment. I can't take life anymore. I'm supposed to be the happiest girl in the world, right? But nobody didn't know I was faking it all. I'm sorry I lied. I'm sorry I'm a horrible person. I don't think you all would care anyway. The voices in my head kept haunting me every day and I can't take it anymore. I'm tired. So tired. Well, goodbye. Listener. I ran towards the door and ran across the neighborhood looking for my Listener. I should have known she was going through something and I didn't know. I contacted Midoriya about Listener to help me find her. He contacted everyone else as well to help. I kept searching until I stopped and took a breath. I was close to the bridge and when I looked up I saw Listener. I saw a small figure in the middle. Listener. I looked down the bridge, the voices in my head pressuring me to jump. I take off my coat and my shoes. I climb on the bridge, taking one last look at the city lights. I take a breath. Listener! That voice. It can't be. I hold myself on the bridge and it turned. Tokoyami? Listener, don't do this. Why is he here? Isn't he mad I lied to him and the others? Why? I lied to you and I'm worthless. I'm nothing to this world. I'm a nobody. Also, why are you here? Why do you care if I'm gone? None of you realized I was faking everything. All the smiles I show every day, it was a lie. All of it. A goddamn lie. I'm supposed to be a little Miss Abby Sunshine, right? Nobody has ever asked me if I was okay. Well, I'm not, and it's too late for that. I yelled, tears streaming down my face, just waiting to finish it already. Listener, I knew from this morning something was wrong, but I didn't want to pressure it out of you. I knew I should have asked. And I apologize for not realizing it since the beginning. But today, somehow, you just couldn't hide it anymore. Hide it from me. I look away. I didn't want to keep eye contact with him. Please, please don't do this. Listener, I love you. I looked up at him in shock. He loves me? He doesn't love you. He's probably just saying that because you're in a weak state, and he'll probably think you won't jump. I then look away and stand up on the bridge. Setting one foot out, Tokoyami takes a step forward, but I stop him. If you take one more step, I'll jump. were probably just saying that so I get off this bridge. And you probably pity me, huh? I yell at him angrily. I can't believe he would be that way to me. Don't listen to those voices. They need to shut up. I look at him shocked. He sounds mad now. Listener, I'm not saying it because I pity you. I really am in love with you. Ever since I first laid my eyes on you, and when we first talked, I felt even more. The way you smile, your caring, sweet, kind, everything. You in my eyes are like a goddess, and I want you to be mine. He brings his hands up. If you come with me, the others and I will help you get through this. Mostly I want to help you get through this. So will you be mine, my goddess? I looked at his hand and him. He has tears in his eyes. I didn't need to make him cry. I take one leg out and fall off the bridge. I woke up. Everything looks fuzzy. I blink a couple times to adjust my eyesight. Where am I? Am I at the hospital? I look around. I have flowers, cards, and a favorite animal plushie. I look at the time, 6:30 p.m. I hear the door slide open. I looked, and it was Midoriya. His face lit up. Guys, look, she's awake. He ran inside next to my bed set, and while everyone from class A came barging in. Listener, are you okay? You're feeling okay? Are you hungry? Do you want or need anything? Why didn't you talk to us? Everyone was throwing questions at me. I didn't know what to say. Everyone calmed down. She's okay. No need to throw questions at her. Tokoyami, I'm sorry. I lied to all of you. I'm sorry about everything. Now you all are here wasting your time on me. I cried. No, don't say that. Yeah, you're not wasting our time. We care for you. That's why we came. You're our friend, our classmate, and we will be here for you no matter what. I began to cry more and kept apologizing for the ridiculous act I've done. Visiting hours was over, so everyone had to leave. Well, we all said our goodbyes, and I got well soon, but one stayed behind. I see you got the favorite animal plushie, Tokoyami says, looking at it. Oh, it was you that got me this? Thank you. I really do love it. It really does make me feel a little bit better. I hugged it tightly. You really know how much I love favorite animal. I smiled. Tokoyami, you're not going home. I'll be fine here by myself. He walks closer and sits next to the side of my bed, the hospital bed. He holds my hand and cries, Tokoyami, I'm fine. This time I promise I'm fine. I'm sorry for my ridiculous act. I pet his head and kiss his beak. Also, I didn't answer your question. Yes, I'd love to be yours, your goddess. I smiled. He hugged me and held on to me tight. I'll stay here for the night, my love. I'll keep those voices from bothering you because I'm here and I love you so much. I want you to know that all the time. He cups my cheek and kisses me. Now get some rest, love. I'll be here. I smiled and fell asleep while he holds my hand. That's the end of that story. That was a very long one. But yeah. Sorry if you're uncomfortable with the whole suicide thing. At least you didn't die. Yeah, that's a good thing. But, if you have any other requests, just ask me and I will try to find one and do it. I might do more of these ones because, yeah, I actually like doing one-shots because they're way easier than reading an actual story. But, yeah, if you have any requests, just ask me and I will gladly try to find them. The more harder ones I can find is probably like maybe Kid Bakugo ex-listener. Like if he turns into a kid or if you two are kids or something like that. That might be more harder to find. But if you want, I can actually maybe even write my own. Because I've written a story. So, yeah. But just ask me kind if you have one and I will gladly try to do it. But having that said, please like, subscribe, and I'll talk to you all next time. Goodbye, my peeps.